Join me on Kandy's Convos and Confession talk show every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Zoom and on YouTube. Follow me at Kandy Forever 40 on Instagram, Kandy number 4 EVA 40, and on Facebook, Kandy Henry, Kandy Henry Henry for the link on Zoom. Okay, guys, I'm back. We're live on YouTube now. Jimmy, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Okay. So you were talking to me earlier. Sorry, I was to kind of cut off a bit to get us live on YouTube. But thanks for being here.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you guys multiple questions today, so be prepared. Hear me?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I said I'm going to ask you a lot of questions today, so be prepared.
Oh, yes. I'm always ready. I was the first one always in the class.
Thanks for being here. Stay
on
tuned.
the spot quizzes, right? Yeah.
Always. I'm going to welcome Anton, Rosie, and Tamara. I'm going to go to Rosie. How's your day?
It was good, thank you. I was on vacation today.
Oh, until when?
Friday. I go back in on Friday.
Sweet, enjoy.
Thank
Enjoy.
You.
You're welcome. I'm gonna try to ask you guys a lot of questions today. So seeing waiting for people to come in. But what I'll do, I'll start reading up a little bit of stuff. And first of all, do you mind if I ask you, like, is it easy for you to talk to your partner about sex? Rosie?
I'm single.
Okay. What about if you're just with someone, like you just start dating, is that start seeing the person? Are you the person to talk about how you actually feel, or you kind of give them like hints and hope they'll realize that something is off?
Oh no, I'll say how I feel.
Okay. Are you uncomfortable when you do it, or just always straightforward?
For the most part, I'm comfortable. I mean, there's some moments where I might be shy. It depends.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's the conversation today in sex topic with your partner. I must discuss how you feel. You're the only person in the relationship. Well, if you're not liking stuff or how the person is treating you, if you don't talk about it, nobody else, the person would not know, and even stuff they know, they wouldn't really care. So you have to talk about it and choose to stay in or go leave the relationship, right? But thank you, Rosie.
Yeah,
I'm also going to ask questions too. Hold on. Going to Tamara. Hi, Tamara. I'm sure she's able to talk. Going to Anton. Hi, Anton. Hi.
How you doing? Oh, just now. Am I on there? Yeah.
Yeah,
How are you? How are you?
Not by yourself.
Good. Not too bad. Everything. The summer is almost here, but anyway.
Well, I said it's been here since April. And I'm excited. Yeah, since April.
Is that right? With all the rain and all that?
I was just happy there was no snow, because normally snow will almost go into April. We had a little bit in December, so it actually went on till it stopped into February. I was really happy. I'm enjoying this whole year right now, loving it.
Who am I talking to? Who's that?
You're talking to Kandy. Only me. Why you buttering me now?
What the hell?
You see me?
Winter girl.
Oh, nice. Very nice. I thought it's okay. Good for you, Kandy.
You know, okay, when you smile, the thing in the back of you make your teeth look pink. Do you
Is
see that?
that, yes, yes, I can see it. I can see it. I
Okay.
can see
All right.
it. Yeah.
Okay. So we know we're gonna talk about having conversation about sex with your partner. If you're open to it, if you're outspoken, shy about it, and that's what we're gonna get into. I'm hoping it'll
I'm
be okay.
very,
Hmm?
I'm very shy.
Really? How long would you stay in a relationship before you can say quit, or I don't like what you're doing, or it doesn't feel right?
How long? Well, it depends on the other person, So you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings these days. But I say, I start off honest and open,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't wait until I get to know someone to realize, for them to realize that, you know, I am a different type of person. So you might as well get to know as we go. If I see something, you find ways. The word is communication,
Yeah.
and the way in which you communicate with a person is the most important thing. And the problems that we have in relationships is no different than jobs and other places in the different industries. If you don't know how to communicate your feelings or the things that you need, or you're trying to tell a story or let the people know what you need done in a way in which you can let them know for the first time and not have
Yes.
to go back to it.
So,
Communication is most important. A lot of people are afraid of communication. I noticed that, especially like in the chat, people, when you say things, they get so uptight about things, and the surprise when they hear you honest and you say, "Oh, I was in a relationship and I had sex with a teacher, and she did this or that or the other, and oh my God, the hell, so
again, that's their opinion, but the thing is, like, as I always say, when people talk in here, they respect each other, but it's just like sometimes when you hear a story, it's like, okay, sometimes I can like watch, they say is you and I'm looking at you, I would never think you have done this or done that because you have this look about you. So it's like what? You did that? That's kind of what
right,
comes off. Yeah. Like
yes,
everybody's
because
doing everything, almost everything now, you know?
yeah, and that's the thing, and that's when you don't know me. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that is what I have to say about that, because most of the persons who are close to me over the years, you can't know everyone,
Mm-hmm.
but um, you know, if had you met me 10 years, 20 years ago, and you're talking to me now, you would know me.
Mm-hmm.
You would get to know, you would have had an opportunity to get to know me and make a decision what you think, and you will be correct. So I have always been me all my life. And then and the way in which we used to communicate with each other before, people weren't so scared about things, especially coming up here early and coming to North America and getting involved in the North American experience, and not staying stagnant within the confines of the place, Trinidadian circle, the Italian circle, and people get stuck. They leave home and they come and they stay stagnant in an area. They might as well stay in the country. So
Mm-hmm.
I got to know the people and the way of life and the way in which people communicate, and I realized that's half the thing. Half the battle is I can walk into any grouping of people from every walk of life and feel comfortable,
But the thing is now, okay,
and
Are you like that also with the person that you're having sex with or your sex partner?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and yes, yes, and we, you know, when you know, I mean, if you're learning, it's a different thing, but how should I put it? Sex is not something a different story for me. In other words, the whole tenet behind sex is pleasing the other person. So if you know what you have to do, and it has nothing to do with sex, it's how you talk to the person, how you treat the person, you know, you're a man and you treat the woman with respect. You want to get something out of someone and you want to show them interest, you're going to do the right thing. You're going to say the right thing and not just say them because you want to get something out of them. You will try and tell the person, look, I like you, but I have another lady friend, and I'm attracted to you. What do you think about that?
Perfect.
As an example.
Yeah, perfect.
And
That's
then we have, yeah. Anyway, shouldn't go any further.
well, I'll come back to you later then. But you're right. That's
Yes,
how. And if it's
don't
something
come
really
back to
fishy,
me.
I will come back to you
Don't
later.
come. Leave me
But
out.
welcome everybody else who just entered. Welcome to Kandy's Convos and Confessions, live on Zoom and live on YouTube. Today we're talking about sex topics, about how to talk about how to be honest and be real with your partner, right? Someone that you like, someone you just met, probably even your husband after 5, 10 years, just getting involved with that person. Um, sometimes go as far as just not just a sexual relationship, but your family too, where you can actually talk to the person when family work wise and stuff like that. But I'm gonna stick to right now, sex, your sex partner. So I'm starting on my little notes I have here. Talking about sex can be very hard, depending on who you're with or depends on your personality. When I say that, it's like people are shy to say what they really want to say. They think about other people's feelings, and you're the one who still hurts in that particular relationship. Telling the person you love that you're not happy with your sex life is even harder. In fact, it might feel impossible to start a conversation about all the things you don't like about having sex with your partner. You might feel that airing your dislikes that makes the person feel rejected or like you don't love them anymore. But that's not necessarily true. Instead, disappointment in your sex life usually means that you and your partner aren't communicating your needs and desires clearly. Couples who are struggling with their sex life often sweep the issues under a rug, precisely because they feel like talking about it will make their partner angry or sad. Most marriage counselors know the biggest problem people face in avoidance is avoidance. So how do you get past the fear and talk honesty with your partner? First, remind yourself that you and your partner love each other, and having an honest conversation will only make your bond stronger. As long as there aren't other problems in your relationship, such as lack of respect or emotional abuse, talking openly about what you want from sex shouldn't be a problem. As long as you're kind about it, don't go into the conversation angry and don't play the blame game. It's as its core, talking about sex is just like any other difficult discussion you have with a partner, even though it might feel more fraught. As with any other disagreement, it is important to talk to each other like you're on the same team, rather than fighting on other sides. Take responsibility for your own behavior. Say, I know there are things I do that upset you, and there are things I'm upset with you about. Can we talk about this? Does anybody agree with what I'm saying right now? And who is highly open to their partner like that right now? Anyone gonna answer? I'm gonna call out to you guys if you guys don't answer. Welcome, everyone who just entered. Thanks for being here. Happy Hum Day. I'm gonna call on to okay, Rosie. I'm gonna go to Sniper. Hi, TT Sniper.
Hi, good night.
Nice. How are you?
Hi, cool. I just cool.
Okay. Did you hear what I said earlier?
To be honest with you, I didn't settle in yet. If
Okay.
you could repeat, normally I in tune, but I still
Sure.
settling in from a
So
long day.
basically, and like the question is like, when you're involved with someone,
Uh-huh.
are you the type of person who will hold back the way how you feel because you're gonna be afraid to hurt the person's feelings? Or are you the person who's gonna bring, like to me, I was saying, if you're gonna talk to your partner, don't play the blame game, right? Your discussion should be pure and clean.
Mm-hmm.
I give examples like make sure you guys are the same team. Don't go blaming the person, right? So you say like things like, I know there are things that I do that may upset you, and there are things I'm upset with you about. Can we talk about it? Like, don't go in angry and screaming at the person, or the person is doing something that not turning you on, or you're having sex but you don't like what that person is doing, or she doesn't like what you're doing. How
Mm-hmm.
are you able to communicate with that to that person?
Well, you could only try, eh? Um, this is how I look at it. In life, you wear a mask or you don't wear a mask. With your partner, you're not supposed to wear a mask. You're supposed to be openly, supposed to be painfully honest, fully transparent, supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
But you have some partners, let's say, let's just use the word, they're a little soft. So when the feelings hurt or the ego bruise, or whatever the case may be, it's a little hard to be honest and open with them, right? And then, I mean, you had a censor your talk, which to me, if you're in a relationship and you reach that point where you have to censor your conversation,
Yeah.
that does lead to dishonesty because you're no longer giving them the whole truth. So me personally, if I find a partner that I could be raw with,
Yeah.
hey, if not, well, the mask will go on.
Yeah. I think if I have to pick and choose words to tell you how I really feel or what
Mm-hmm.
you're doing is wrong, yeah, I that means you really can't talk to that person, right? And then I mean, there's some people who's like I call them damaged product, meaning like they came from an abusive relationship, probably not physical, but they've been through so much hurt, or they never had a stability of both parents together. So it's like trust issues, and they bring it in this relationship, but they want to have that with you, and then when you talk, they can't handle the truth. Me personally, I, from my experience, walk. That is not something you can't change. That person can't help unless you guys go for therapy. Let's say it from the beginning. Fix it immediately. Do not try to fix it. You're just gonna kill yourself, and all that energy is gonna be input, and then you're the one who's gonna be I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Right? So I totally agree with you. And then person is not sucking your dick properly, tell the truth, because you know you're gonna go outside and get it done outside. Okay?
Once again, some people will get sensitive and they will get offended. Right
Mhm.
now, remember at the end of the day, let's reverse it. If I'm not sucking pussy right,
Okay.
let me know, guide me. But if I'm an ass and I'm a, oh, don't tell me what to do, and I'm not pleasing you, I'll get horn.
I
That's,
think it's the same for
it is what
me
it
as
is.
I'm getting older. No more horn. Bye. You got to go. Because I'm being real with you. I could have sit down there and like, yeah, yeah. But we're not clicking. And every
Agreed.
relationship now, if you're not clicking, I
Don't
think you
waste
should
time.
start walking. Yeah, start walking. Because it's all about our own happiness now. Right? And that's why it comes to when people want to say women are a whore. Sometimes it's not that, and they say men are all whore, men run down their dogs, whatever. I don't really agree with it. It's just sometimes we're not compatible. We just gotta move on. This such is life.
Dogs
Right?
are loyal, yeah?
I agree because I always say men, me personally, I always say men are not dogs. A dog, I can give my dog my food
Men
every
are
single
dogs. Dogs
No,
are loyal, but if you're not feeding a dog, it will
you
go in
know
the
what?
neighbor yard and eat.
I never define it like that. Okay, I'm listening now.
It's
Why
facts.
talk
Men
sniper?
are loyal. If you satisfying your man, just
Uh-huh.
like you're feeding your dog and you're sheltering and you're taking care of your dog had no reason to run away. So same way with man. If you satisfying your man, he loyal.
And then sometimes too, male or female, if that person is so damaged, they can have it all. They get it all. Left, right, freak out. They get it all. And they're still going outside. Most of the times, that's the person who do not love themselves. Okay, that's another, we going into that subject. They really do not love themselves. It's like when you get into a relationship, whenever you get into a relationship, love yourself first before you try to walk in to love someone else. You cannot love someone else when you do not love yourself. That is not a healthy relationship. Again, I just took it from my experience. I love myself and I love someone who did not love themselves and entwine with themselves. It was the worst thing ever. So my advice to everyone, you can't love someone until you love yourself unconditionally. Anybody agree with me?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
All right then.
yes. We like
Thank,
the background of sniper.
Yeah.
Looking good, boy.
Thanks, thanks.
thank you, Sniper.
I was about to say I like your green hair.
Who's that, to Anton?
Yes,
That's Gregory.
Yes.
I'm here.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So I'm going to read more into
Eugene.
this again. So I stopped off at let's talk about it, right? Maybe you feel that your partner has stopped intimating in oh, what did I try to say?
Intimacy.
No, that's not what I put on here.
Initiating. Initiating.
I put intimidated.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Okay. Move along from that. Your
What the
partner
hell
might
catch
make you
on?
feel less desirable. Your partner, okay, what I'm trying to say, maybe your partner may stop having sex with you and make you feel less, or they probably feel less desirable. Your feelings are totally valid, but if it won't help to yell and accuse your son of a bitch of cheating, or ask if they don't love you anymore, instead using statements like, can be clear about your feelings. Like basically, don't accuse, start asking the question. If it's okay, stop thinking about how the person will feel, but open up to how you feel. Right? It's supposed to be vice versa. Right? But do not be angry about it. I mean, you're annoyed, but do not go in having a conversation with your partner being angry. You can say things like, we don't have sex as much as we used to, and that makes it feel like you aren't attracted to me anymore. Stating it that way without anger gives you space to explain why they have stopped having sex with you, initiating the word sex, or even coming into bed to touch you emotionally. It might be that they're stressed or tired from work, or they're having their own body image issues and feel less comfortable being intimate. Again, we're going through our pandemic stuff right now. I just want to say to you guys, be open. I'm going to go to, is it Portia? Hold on. Hi. Hi, Porsche. I'm going to move on. I'm going to go to Jadine. Welcome, Jadine.
Hello.
How are you today?
Tired. What's up? I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, what's up?
Talking and being honest. If we talk about being open and real with your sex partner.
Go down, buddy.
Hold on. Let me close up someone.
Go down.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, I didn't even say hello, hello, hello. Hey, how's everybody doing?
Huh?
I'm meeting everyone. Okay, Janine, talk now. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying, everyone who is everyone who has your mic on, please turn it off. Unless you have to talk. Yeah. Are you real with your sex partner if you're not enjoying the sex or the communication is not good as off? How are you? Are you an open person to your partner being real?
Yeah, I am.
How real is real?
If it's not happening, it's just not happening. Yeah. Sometimes I might be even a bit too real, but that's just how I am.
So what if
I
your
mean, in
partner,
my sex partner right here now, I don't really have a problem because he just knows what to do and I don't have to worry about it. But I've actually been with people that, you know what I mean? As I said, first of all, kissing, right? So if the kissing is not right, it's slobbering all over my side, I get turned off. So I don't even go to the next stage. I'm done because I'm all turned off, right? Like something like that, maybe I might not tell them because I don't plan for it to go any further. So I just probably spare their feelings and just make up some story why we just not getting along and then that's the end of it. But if I'm actually in a relationship deep, I don't know. I've never really had that problem because I'm a type of person, I'm very vocal about what I like, right? So before I even have sex, that person already knows what I like because I spoke about it, right? So then I really don't really get that unsatisfied. I mean, the only other thing is that for me, sex is a mind thing, right? If I'm not into you, like if I'm pissed off at you, you can't turn me on because it's like first I have to get over all of that to be able to continue with anything else, and you'll know because I just said I'm not into it.
so what about like out of the sex part of it? How are you
What
to,
do you mean?
like, say for instance, you're with your partner, how would
Mm-hmm.
you, are they doing something that you don't like? Are you the type of person who would bring up the conversation first or they would bring it up to
Yeah,
you?
but I bring it up before it even happened. That's what I'm telling you. Like I would tell you straight up that, you know what I mean. Although a lot of people like slapping on the ass or whatever, it does
Let's
nothing
say
do nothing
outside
for
of
me.
sex. Outside of sex. Like
No,
on
but
a
what do you?
regular, like just that rounded relationship. Yeah, we having sex and stuff. But the sex part is good on your side, right? As you say. But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to man and woman and your partner say, would you be the first person to say, okay, here what I didn't like, okay, let's just say all of a sudden your man's breast starts smelling stink. It went on for a whole week now.
I'll
How
tell you.
how would you
Maybe you need to
approach
go brush your teeth.
the situation now?
You gotta go brush your teeth. It's
Would you
kicking.
tell him, like, would you give him the detail? How
Yes,
detailed
I
are
would.
you?
I would say that it's kicking, baby. You need to go brush your teeth.
Okay,
I'm
because some
sorry.
people would not everybody again would be like that.
But
Like,
I believe in honesty. Even if it came to me, if my breath was kicking, because I mean, we once in a while do have that to get up in the morning and it's like, yeah, need to run to the bathroom.
I
It
talking
happens
about
for the
all
best
week.
of us. But I'm
One
just
day
saying,
fat, yeah.
I would appreciate you saying that to me just as much
Mm,
as I would say to you. So
mm,
I believe in whatever I can say to you, you're supposed to be able to say to me.
okay, perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm gonna go to Sexy Shelly. Hold on. Let me see. It's not coming on.
You still have it on, so you can take it off.
Sexy Shelly. I don't know if she's even hearing me. Okay, I'm gonna Sexy Shelly, are you hearing me? If you hear me, put a thumbs up. I don't think she's hearing me. Okay, I'm gonna go over to Tamara. Can you talk, Tamara?
Yeah.
Are you able to talk?
Sort of.
I knew this was going to go. Too many things there. Too many things there.
Okay.
Hello.
Say hi.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
How are you to approach your partner sexually or just in a relationship on the whole? Something is bothering you and you didn't like what he did? Or will I say she did?
For me, once there's trust, yes, I'm okay to speak. But once it's broken, shut down right away. Wouldn't say a word. You had to figure it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
once that trust is lost, it's once I'm betrayed,
What about before you reach there and your partner is doing the most, but you had to bring it to an end because you're the one who's unhappy? They're not talking about it. Are you the first person to talk about it, or would you allow them to still figure it out? What's wrong with why you're mad?
I think honestly, once I'm the trust plays a huge thing. I give it all and I speak it all, everything. But once me doing that and being honest and giving all and you break that.
But would you initiate things first before you get to that problem?
Initiate what? Like if there's something that I don't like?
I am leaving the toilet seat up all the time, and we're talking about it all the time. And then you're the last person in bed. At least make up the bed. Would you be that type of person to talk about it once, or continue talking about it until you stop talking? Is that what you mean by?
I will talk about it once, twice, 3 times. Then no, I stop.
Okay. And when you stop, where do you go from there after that?
I guess it just ends up being a breakdown in communication because I'm not going to keep talking about it, right?
What about the sex part now? You don't like how the person is probably doing it, and you love the person, but you don't know how to tell the person. Are you the type to still come out and say, hey, I really like that position. I like how we try it this way? And how would you think you have to mold your words first, or you just go straight, be open-minded and just talk about it, go straight talk?
I think I might mold my words because I don't like to hurt people's feelings. So I might mold the words and try to, instead of saying I don't like it, I'll say, oh, let's try this. Let's try something else. Let's.
So what if that person's still in doing the same thing? Would you stay in, or you leave that relationship?
I think I end up staying.
You'll stay.
If I love the person, I'll stay, and I love them for more than just the sex or just the whatever, right? I think I would stay.
Sorry to interrupt here, but Kandy, I find a real pushing done a relationship vibe,
And the only reason I
asked, don't believe in love or working on nothing, girl. You everything I hear from you, I no waste no time. It's about me. Done them. That's our energy you're pushing.
Who's that? You're coming to me?
You, Kandy. I listening to Tammy. I'm impressed that you'll stay and that you're on team love. That's a good thing.
I listen. I'm asking a question. I am asking because not everybody's gonna do it. For me personally, I've been there, done that all. So I cannot reach to the point where it's like, that's everybody's opinion. I'm not saying somebody's wrong or somebody's right, but I would say what I feel. And if you agree, agree. If you don't agree, tell me why you don't agree, right? That's where I am right now.
Kandy,
but I'm not saying,
the only thing I'd say, like, okay, it's what's more important to you. Because for me, once I love somebody and I'm into them sexually, the other stuff then we can always work on. Right? So in other words, as you were saying about leaving toilet seats or whatever, My husband, since we moved out together, he has this issue with washing his hands and using the tape, the toilet paper to dry his hands and leave it on the counter. And he makes all kind of excuses for why he's there. It irritates the hell out of me. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's not that major. You understand? It still irritates me. But you know what I'm saying? So those things you can kind of go on and on and on and on with, and maybe probably find a way that, it's either stop arguing about it just when he puts it down there, just dash it in the garbage and just whatever, right? Because it's just a habit, right? Just as if it was the toilet seat or whatever. So some things are, you know what I mean? If it's not changing, you can find a way around it to just like, you know what? I decide I'm gonna just do that instead of going on about it and because everything else that is major important
Can
to
I
me
ask
is
that?
fine.
I'm asking questions because I want to know how far someone, again, some people will just talk about it,
I need to
like
get my
male and females will have their conversations, but they will never talk to actually the person who they're with and say, this is the problem. They will tell Tom, Dick, and Harry and will never tell the person who they're involved with what is the problem. So my thing is about communication. I'm not saying that I don't lean or bend over. Like I am just the most calmest person. But when I ask questions, I'm still learning about how far that is. Because what I hear tomorrow say when it comes to trust, and when they this should stop talking, I'm at to figure out why. It's not like I'm saying, oh my God, that why. I want to know why. What will make you stop talking to that person? What would make you shut down? But she said it was more trust issues. But I want to know where that's coming from. So that's the question. But for me, yeah, I lean over for so long. I would take, but then I've learned what I'm saying to you in my life now. I'm learning to talk out. I wasn't the one to, I would say it and kind of like, okay, and I just continue doing myself. Now I am reached at this level. This is how it's supposed to be, or how can we reach here, or just how I would like it to be, or how do you want it? So now I'm saying I'm not block-hearted. My heart is real open to the point that's like, if I'm gonna make you happy and we're in a relationship together and we're going all out, I'm doing every friggin' thing, and you doing it, but there's something we're missing, we gotta fix that part. And if we can't fix it, or like say for instance, you're in a relationship, everything is good, but that female or male have that nasty conversation that will curse right in front of your parents or embarrass you right in front of anybody that don't care who it is. Excuse me, please.
She's about to hit somebody.
Yeah. So it's like sorry for all that, guys. The door just popped open.
Kandy,
Anyways,
what is that behind you?
oh, it's a banana.
Is that a condom?
No. Can you
That
elaborate?
looks like
Banana with
I'm
ice
sorry.
in. Like that's supposed to be the ejaculation sliding down the banana.
I just wanted you to say it because I didn't want to say it just in case they probably think that
So
my
so
mind is
so
too
can
smutty.
so Candy, if she asked you that question, so are you
You like
telling
that?
us that you like your banana with the skin or the skin off?
Actually, as of Monday, I did eat the banana with the skin. I boiled it first. I tried something new. That was my very first time.
Okay, I think I don't think you I don't think you understand the question.
I answer you how you asked me about the in my head. I talk about the health wise. Yeah, I ate it with the skin. You asked about the banana, so that's why I stuck to. If you're trying to go wrong and ask me in a
Yeah, that's
sexual
pull the
way,
skin down. That's pull the skin
I'm
down
not
and
gonna
eat it.
ask if
That's
you're gonna
all.
ask about the sexual way. Yeah, skin down.
First of all, I am not talking about no banana, but
But you see that again, you have to kind of go around when you talk about. If you ask about banana, we have to come about banana. That was us going. But
so you're the kind of person that's okay with the skin on, the skin off. Okay,
I prefer.
I'll go with that one then.
What about coconuts underneath?
Banana and coconut somehow go together, I don't know. It's weird way, but they do.
GB really?
So do you eat the whole banana? Make sure nothing spill.
Okay, how did we get here? I only
I
asked
have
one
no idea,
question.
but this is fun.
I was just curious what the picture was. That's it.
So you
Get off
started.
my
You
banana,
started
guys. Get
again.
off. Get off
She
my
started
banana.
again. She started
Um,
again.
I'm gonna go to okay, Gregory, as you're there.
Okay.
How are you with your pod? Are you straightforward? Are you the one to hold back because you're afraid to hurt the person's feelings? How are you?
I was when I was younger, and then when I learned women will hurt your feeling in the second, so I no longer hurt. I don't hold my mouth anymore. Um, but I tell exactly what I want. She tell me what she like, and when you're with the right partner, sometimes all you need is 5 minutes. Sometimes the energy that's going on around you so into each other, you could be done like this and come back and do it again and again and again. But you asked a question earlier about people bringing the past relationship into the new relationship. We call that baggage. Whoever bring their baggage to a new relationship, I think is unfair to the new person. I should not have to carry your baggage. I should be helping you with your baggage. Sometimes they make the new relationship carry and do all that stuff. I think that's unfair because
Yeah,
both sex does it. Oh, somebody hurt me, somebody untrust me. So if you're not ready, don't go to a new relationship.
yeah.
You want me to be your
True.
partner or your therapist? I can't be both.
Yeah, well, a lot of people think everybody's looking for this thing called love, right? So why not hold on to you because you're nice to me, and then probably I can see what I can get from you, and I just drain your energy from you, and then just move on. That's it's a cycle. Just keep on going over and over,
But you
and that's
just
why I
said it.
said love yourself first before you move on to
But
another
you said it.
relationship.
If you drain my energy, would that give me energy back? That mean I'm gonna be all dried up, and nobody like anybody that's dried up.
It's called a
So
selfish, being selfish.
yes. So, but I try my best to tell them a lot of stuff, but sometimes me don't nobody no women take it personally, but I feel like sometimes it's the way that you guys talk to us. You talk to us like you're our mother. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you have a habit of it. I know the women that's around me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like you don't when you're unhappy about something, just tell me. Don't nag. "Eh, you keep doing this. You sound like my mother. And sometimes we end up doing it on purpose just to bug you. So a lot of time you have to talk to us like we partners, not like you are mother. So if you don't do it, it's not you. But I'm just saying the people that's around me, they do it all the time. And sometimes the guy will be too controlling and all that other stuff. But that's a little thing for me to you guys. Go ahead, go ahead. You have something to say. I see your face, Candy.
I don't know
for
if I go for all of that.
for me, if I'm gonna be with someone and I'm like simply like, babes, just help me make up the bed and I'm taking care of the breakfast or something going on. We know we're multitasking. Or I mean sharing the chores in the house. Ouch. Yeah. And you're telling me we just do it for sport. Okay, I get it sometimes, but if it's consistently, that's like premature for me because now you're aggravating me. Why you want to aggravate me? Why we can't just be living happy life? Like, I mean, a joke is a joke sometimes. It's nice to play around, but if all guys are doing it and still this can bug me, I don't like to repeat myself over and over. I feel like I'm with my kid. Yes, if we're
But,
talking to
but
you because
sometimes we don't.
yeah.
We sometimes we don't do it on purpose because a lot of times before we meet you guys, we alone for a long time. So
Mm,
you sometimes a habit is a habit. We're not doing it purposely.
mm,
Sometimes we do it because we forgot. So when you
mm,
start nagging us, it's a whole different ballgame. We don't do it to do it to bug you. Sometimes it's just like sometimes you do a habit, or sometimes you're driving the highway. You're like, oh shoot, I got off the exit. Sometimes you do stuff as a habit, not because you're doing it on purpose. You got to realize that too. There's stuff that you do because you're nasty, and there's stuff that you do because it's a habit. And
mm.
it's very hard to switch a habit. So that's
What
what
is
I'm
your habit?
my habit. Um, I was raised by women, so the seat's always down. So that's not one of the problem.
No,
I
when you
don't,
say
I don't, I
sorry,
don't.
let's say your partner nags you about something. What is the wrong thing that she nags you about? Can you use the word nag?
Communication,
Okay.
because sometimes men, we very direct about what we say, and then you ask us to elaborate, and we try to. You ask us for more and more and more. A lot of men, I know myself, we're very direct. What we like, why do you like it? How do you like it? Okay, I like it this way. Why do you like rice and bean? Because that's the way. I feel like men talk less, you talk more, and you want more information out of me. I think that's my problem. I think it's communication because I don't want to continue and continue,
Okay.
and I would like to move into a new topic. So,
I totally understand. I know there's one male that I know, and he will ask some questions. Like the simplest thing, like why is it so, why is the bleach, why do you use bleach for the white clothes? And I'll just ignore the question sometimes and they will ask the same thing. Let's give me an example. Like somebody it just like irritates me. I don't want to speak to the person anymore. So I understand. I don't think it's just men. Sometimes some woman could go through the same thing because you're asking like we ask me one question, you keep on going in and into it. It's annoying after. But I would still say honesty and communication and loving yourself in a relationship to move forward, you really need it. But don't surprise your partner with sex talk. Don't
but
just
but space. I feel like a lot of people don't take space between relationship, and you need space to see where you want to go next. You have to have space. Some people be like, "Oh, I broke up in May, and I'm in a full relationship in June." That's not enough space just for you to learn or to even love yourself. I think
mm,
space will give you time, some time to like let go of some of the baggage. What you
I
really
know.
don't, or sometimes the baggage is like you should ask yourself, what is the baggage? Maybe I was the baggage of this relationship. Sometimes you have to realize, was this relation really just him or her? Was it just me too? People don't like to
is
blame themselves.
anybody agree? Anybody want to touch base on what Gregory has said?
I don't know if what I'm saying is really touching base, but what I find is it might be a different topic altogether, maybe something we have to come together with. What I find the difference between a black man with a black woman and a black man with a white woman. I see it all the time, and it's like when a black man is with a black woman, they want to talk about we're miserable. They want to say all of this, but most of the times, the things and what a woman gets miserable is because you speak on certain things, you ignore it, you do whatever you want to do because it's more of an ego thing or whatever you feel you need to do that, and then you watch the same man pick up a white woman and all the things then that you were talking about that you wanted to do or if you should do, he does that it didn't do with it. He's doing with the white girl, and I'm just trying. And
That's
then when you ask them what's the problem, they're
that's a
just saying that
different
oh
topic.
we're miserable.
No, that's see
Well,
that
yes, more
that's a
90%
different
of the
topic.
time,
Hold
who
on.
puts a black man in jail is always a white woman.
That's a different topic. That's a deeper topic about when you say black and white. That's a different topic.
Yeah, she did say that.
That's very very deep because
I did say it might be. I said but it's a problem that I see all the time,
but I also see a
right?
lot of black strong black women with white men too. So I think this is
And
a
then when I even talk about the black woman with the white man, all majority of the time what you hear is the smart white man put them on a pedestal and treat them like a queen. When we have our kings that's supposed to be treating us as queens. And it
okay.
doesn't happen. I am just bugged out by
So
something
you,
like that
you brought
when it
it
comes
up,
to relationship. But what I'm saying is that it might not be altogether what we're talking about. But what I'm saying in a relationship, I find when you get in a relationship with a black man and you're trying to say, I deserve in this and this is how I supposed to be treated as a queen and whatever, they kind of give you this side eye like what do you think you're all of that or whatever or what yes I am all of that,
but my
right?
but my thing is I hear that from a lot of black women. I'm said before you want to be treated like a queen, act like a queen.
I
I'm not.
am a queen. I don't have to act
See,
like it. I am a queen.
let
That's
me
the
finish.
problem.
Let me
That's the
finish.
problem. Even if a
Hold on,
woman
Jane.
is not,
Let me
Hold
finish.
on.
a woman is not.
Jane and
Candy,
Gregory.
remember at the beginning when I said when you try to be honest with somebody and they react a certain emotional way and
Yeah.
you put on your mask and hush. Gregory right now put on your mask and hush, boy. She listening to you. You're
Listen,
offending she. And
this
sorry
ain't
to say
going
as
nowhere,
most black
period.
women,
Let me tell you
a
guys.
lot of time we just really can't have a conversation between the sexes in our race. Because a lot of times from the time a Nubian black princess is offended, is she's scorched earth. So we can't talk
I
to her.
on
Where
this
that,
right now.
where that mean though? What is a Nubian black princess? You know me always ask them.
I just say that classic so to
Me know
soften
what
it
you're
so they're
saying
not
now. Me know what
offended
you are saying.
and attack them.
Right. And I like
Okay.
how you tell it. It's really true what Sniper say. I agree with that. Better you
Here
just
what's
hush back.
happening, guys. Here what's happening. Yes, we see what we want to see, but I've known relationships with black men and women, and the man treating the man pure royalty,
What? The man
royalty,
treating. Huh?
and
No,
the
I not even talking relationship.
Okay. Oh,
Let
you
me
got.
pull right back to what
guys,
just
guys,
happened just now
guys.
with Gregory and Judan.
Hold
Gregory
on, hold on,
trying to
hold on,
talk to
hold on,
Judan. Judan don't like
hold
what he's
on.
saying.
Judine, my lad. Judine, my lad.
Judine, sorry, I
Fantastic.
apologize.
Guys,
Judine.
listen. She didn't touch base on white woman with black man, and the black man is doing the most for her. When he's with the black woman, he is basically complaining that she's complaining to, but that's what she's saying, right?
Where is
I
that?
am
Where
saying
the
now,
facts?
and then hold on, classic, and then Greggy was saying the same thing with a black woman going with a white man, right? And we all watch this, everybody's complaining about stuff. But I will say to you guys, there's a lot of men out here, there's a lot of women out here who could give you the same thing what everybody else is searching for. Some people just give up on
No.
hold on, guys. Some people just give up on their own race because that's what they used to. So they try something new. I'm just saying. But I've noticed, I've witnessed, I have friends who have black men and black women. They both teach other with royalty and respect. It's out there.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not.
Hold on. Most of the times, yeah, we see the black and the white. I love seeing what do they call them again? I love seeing the white and blacks together. I have no problem with it. Before, yeah, I used to
I don't.
right? But for me personally, black men, there's a lot of good black men out here, and they will respect their own women. It's a lot of white men who are mostly they get fed up of their own. They want to try with black women. It goes vice versa. By the end of the day, if those two individuals can respect each other, the other two can at the time, and once they're happy, let them be happy. It comes back as being gay. If a man and man is happier together and they find their love there, or a woman will find their love together, respect it. Actually, respect it. Because just what you're gonna deal with is your situation, your style, your sex life, your love life, your relationship. Whether it's a relationship or no, you're just trying something. So I'm just saying that topic right there is very, very touchy. And it's something you guys said that we could do another time, but not today.
Yes,
a
please.
lot of relationships out here that can work. Whether we see it wrong or good or bad, I never really like to be around someone who's lighter than me when it comes to like a white man. I keep on seeing shackles, but I got over that when I was younger. But I'm just saying, that is a whole different.
I understand that, Candy, but it still has to do with relationship. My question was, okay, because I've never been with a white man in a relationship, okay? So let's put that there, right? But what I'm saying to you is that when I hear a lot of people, because I'm always asking questions, I love to ask questions, I like to learn things, right? So when I ask a black man, what is the difference between him being with a black woman? And I don't just ask two people, I've been around because I talk a lot, right? What's the difference between you being with a black woman versus a white woman? And 50 or more percent of the time, the first thing comes out of their mouth is that black women are miserable.
Well, I guess
no, but we
that's why I'm
earlier
saying,
because of the baggage.
How
Black
come we
women
get
have, but
miserable
black
and
women
just
struggle. The
Hold
struggle
on,
with
hold on,
black,
Gregory. Hold on. Tune in first and I'll listen to Gregory after. Hold on.
yeah, so that's why I'm saying we're talking about relationship, and when you want to learn about your own black man in a relationship, and if the first thing you're hearing is that you're miserable, when most of the times we're just trying to talk to you and whatever, and we talking till afterwards you don't want to hear it no more, so now you start calling us miserable. But if you stop to think, what are we talking about? Is things that is supposed to make us better, things for you to respect us, as a black woman. If you really think about the things that my women are talking about, it has to do with building that relationship. But you don't want to hear that. You want to go to somebody who says yes, 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 and give you whatever they want to give you or whatever, because we work hard for our thing. Not saying we're not trying to give you stuff or whatever, but we're not just going to throw it at you like that while they will. So then therefore you want the easy way out. But then
I could explain a few stuff to you. I know a white man who is with a black woman and he says she's nagging too. So I say it goes both ways. We just around the wrong circle.
I'm not saying
They're
it
not,
doesn't go
no.
the same,
Listen to
because
what I'm
there's
saying.
every kind in the thing. But what I'm saying, if you put 50 black men in there and ask them the question, chances are majority of them is going to come up with the same answer. That's what I'm saying. And I'm just
okay,
but a white woman going with a black man and knowing what a black person been through history, she's gonna put and do the most to make sure she makes him feel comfortable. Just like how a black woman gonna try to make another black man comfortable. That's how we all are.
I think they just expect us to know, but with the white, they think that they don't know, so you give them leeway to do whatever. That's what I think.
First of all, we have to look at the history of
the culture.
So we have to look at
right?
the history of the white man making us do not like the black women. Okay, so we
Kandy,
already don't like
we
each
should make
other
it a
because
topic.
of what they put in our head.
Well, say
Put
that.
this
Say
as a
that.
topic.
I
Put
listen.
this as a topic.
Guys, again, I'm gonna stop this topic because I'm
No,
telling
put this
you
as a topic.
what I'm gonna do. It's a different conversation for another time. And again, I am saying, because I sell my sex toys, and when I'm around the white, the black, the Indian, the Chinese, my four popular topic with them, and everybody have their own thing to say. And the white, the Chinese, and Indian will tell you how nagging each other is if they go in with a different person out of their race. It's no special one. And most of them love
Kandy,
black.
you're telling me what I just said. You've never heard that?
Pardon me?
You're telling me what I just said, what most black men said. You've never heard them say that?
I'm telling you, I'm talking about every race, not just black men. I'm talking about every race complain about what the other race is in. Whether they're with white, black, Chinese, I'm just saying to you, everything. I'm not just you saying black man complain about black woman and they rather go to a white man. I'm talking about an Indian man, a white man, and a Chinese man complaining being with a white woman and a black woman, or an Indian woman and an Asian woman. So I'm going to stop that right there.
I could understand that being a race thing. That is a totally different thing. When you're in a different race, you come from a different race, you have different beliefs and stuff like that.
I'm saying to you, you're saying that a black man is saying about a white woman, but I'm saying the white woman is much better than a black woman. But you're still a white and a Chinese, and you're saying that the white woman is still annoying. They are nagging. Every man is different. So that's why I'm saying to you, it's not just us. We probably just high and strong, I don't know. But it's not just us. But I just don't want to stick onto that topic right now, especially with us black men. Because a lot of other races complain rather than just the black man. We all go against the black man because we only about the black man because that's what we're into. That's our circle.
Yeah, but that's the circle we're talking about right now. So that's why I was saying that.
Circle. So I'm saying get out of the black circle.
Yeah, me I said
the black circle and understand what I'm saying. There's more people complaining outside too. Because at the same time, it's just like if a black man still on here right now and start talking about us, you want or I want or any other one might get like, oh, we start on. So if you talk about another black man, they're gonna start arguing, okay, that's not really happening. Because everybody's going to defend they're all the same. That's what I'm saying.
Not
Not
If we're
all
not talking
black
about it, let we move on now, because we lingering.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
who
we talking
agree?
about it, let we go in hard. It's either we
Who
on
agree?
or we
Either way,
off. That
the
was
point,
it.
Who agree that black
It's either
women
we
are
dealing with
the
it, we
only
ain't dealing
annoying
with it.
woman on the planet? Are all black women all annoying and don't listen and all hot-headed?
all,
Candy, do
all,
half
all,
the thing. I
Thank
not the
you.
entire for you tonight. Is I
I just want you
going
guys
into
to
this
move on.
or we not
Yes.
going into
No,
this?
I want to move out.
Well,
So I'm
then
saying,
move away, because right now you're
especially
still
Yeah, you
flirting with
going
it. You're
deeper.
flirting with it.
You
me
going deeper
You're
personally,
by
flirting
asking
with
that
it,
question.
Candy.
if you want to go into it, me ready.
for me personally,
Yes,
yes.
and I know it's gonna end up into a war. So that was
No. For me
saying if you're
personally,
nothing, then stop flirting with it.
I
Use the
don't like to hear
moderator,
that all black men
and
are the
as you
same.
talking, and you still drawing on the topic and lingering.
Fine.
So you're
I want you
tempting
to
we now
end
to respond to you.
because Judy's face was pissed. So I want to get away from
Love,
that
use the
nonsense.
moderator.
Next question.
Don't blame Judy.
Next
Use the
question. Next
moderator.
question.
Use the
I really just
moderator.
don't like everybody coming for my black men. I just don't.
Love, you're
Can we
still
go back to
lingering
banana?
and flirting with the topic.
I will
It's
go
Banana.
either
on
we going
record
in
to
it or we
say,
ain't going into it.
although whatever is being said,
You're letting Judy
I'm
talk
black
till
all the
Candy.
way. I'm black
Candy.
all the
Candy
Yes,
way.
moderator.
and I'm black for you,
It's
Light
either
baby.
we
black,
going into it
dark
or we ain't
black,
going
real
into it.
black, blue black.
Hey,
I'm
well,
just
I'm going to
black
mute
all the way.
everyone. I am going to talk.
Today,
Here
I'm
we
black
go.
for you, baby. Black for you, baby.
I am talking now. That's why this come to say that. Hold on. All race, I don't give a shit right now. This is all our community right now, and we're all black. Most of us are black faces in here. I just feel like always black going against each other. So what if the man wants to fuck the fucking white woman and she's making him happy? So what? That's so moving on from that. Be open with what you are. If you're into, I want to go into open relationship with your partner. That's what I want to go into now.
Candy, you're venting right now, or we
I want to go into open
discussing right now?
relationship. I want to go into open relationship talking to your partners now. How would you guys approach your partner and having someone else involved in the relationship?
Is this
I'm
a
gonna
black woman?
I'm gonna go to Lex.
Phone
Hi,
star
Lex.
Lex.
Hey, what's going on?
Phone select.
I'm just gonna get for this black thing. What I'm gonna ask you,
Mhm.
how are you?
Is it
We're talking about
emotion?
guys, I'm talking to Lex right now. How would you we're talking about being open to the person that you're involved with, right? You're with this one person probably a month to probably a year. Let's say it's 1 year.
Okay.
You're probably in love or not in love, it's probably just a sex thing. But you
Okay.
want to bring somebody in the relationship or in what you or the good thing that you have. How would you approach it?
I would ask them how they feel about it. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's more a communication type of thing to find out where my partner feels about it.
Mhm.
But I mean, you should know with a year, you should know what your partner's about, right? So, I don't know. It depends how much I like the person, really.
Mhm.
So,
So let's just say you and I know, and I say, no, well, I'm not into that. How would you go around that now? Because I'm not comfortable. What if I lose you to someone else?
oh, you won't lose me. We talk
Pardon me?
about it, we discuss it. You won't lose
Why?
me.
Sorry, what is that?
No, I said that we would shoot, I lost train of thought. I was gonna say now.
So I'm saying to you, I'm afraid to
Oh,
lose you.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't lose me. If you had a open communication about it, I respect your thoughts and your feelings about it. If you don't want to do it, then we don't do it. I'll be happy with you. But no, I'm good with it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Okay. So you'll be okay with staying around, not stepping
Yeah.
out. Okay.
No. I don't need to step out. If I'm happy with you, then I'm with you for a reason.
Okay. Anyone else would like thank you.
No
I'm
problem.
gonna go to Rosie. Hi, Rosie. think she's back. Okay, I'm gonna go to Mark. Hi, good night, Mark.
Good night. Good night. How are you doing?
Night by yourself.
I will see you later on. What's up?
What drink? How are you? Like I'm just today is about communicating with your loved one, sharing how you feel, things that you may not like that's happening. Are you the person to actually bring forward those feelings to the person, tell them how you feel?
Yes.
Or would you just okay, so you said yes. What about what if the person is like ignorant to what you said? How would you calm down the conversation?
Well, to calm down the conversation, a lot of times you got to just give it a minute. You see, once you see you're facing somebody,
Yeah.
there is the possibility of the wrong things being said. Remember, a lot of times it's all about interpretation. Even though we speak the same language, people can interpret things in the wrong way. And a lot of times, in order to rectify things, it just has to be an explanation, ask a question. But if you know it's getting out of hand, I really don't really believe in the argument too much. A lot of times it's just better for one person to just stay quiet and listen. From a psychological standpoint, I've always found it that it's easier to write than basically to say. You got to know yourself and find different methods to work things out. That is once the relationship is that important to you. If it isn't, you ain't gonna give a damn.
Yeah.
So that's the point. But everybody has their breaking point, like everything else. And if you try to do something and you continue to try to do something and it's not working out, sometimes, you got to understand that. Remember, you can't change anybody. People have to change for themselves. And if they're simply not willing to do that, then you got to voice your opinion in the sense of how you feel about it and have them make a decision. That you work it out or you don't.
Okay. What I like that. And then you said writing. What you mean, like example, texting also? Texting?
You can text as well, but again, text can, lead.
The wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
I think it's the worst thing to do because I may read it differently and get offended.
Exactly. But I've always found that writing, because it's very personal. A text isn't very personal, but once you write something, it's personal. Or whether you leave a voice note or even a card, actually. But again, it's according to the level of relationship. It's according to the amount of years that you put in. It's according to, if the person is just a girlfriend or a wife, if the person's the mother of your children. A lot of different things come into play. And it has a lot to do with if you still want to make a go at it. You got to try different things. And for some people, and a lot of people, not just some people, when you see you've reached to the end of that line, you've reached the end of that line. It's just unfortunate, though, that when you've reached the end of that line and then the person sees that, then all of a sudden they want to start. And by that time, it is a total waste of time.
Yeah.
Because when you're done, you're done. So, but for me, you can't make people change. People change for themselves. And if you at least see some effort, cool, you continue. But once you ain't see no effort, no, to hell with that.
Yeah, walk away.
Yeah. Because
do you believe
it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Listen, for me, I know this will sound brutal, but it's not too many people out here, right? For me, especially when you reach a certain age, to be beating up myself and all that kind of stuff over a set of foolishness. Me, I don't have time for that. You mean to tell me that in all the different countries, let me use Canada, Trinidad, US, Jamaica, Atlanta, LA, because I all over. You mean to tell me that I can't meet somebody that's interested in the things that I like? And that's exactly why people go to dating sites now, because they don't have no time for the bullshit. They just want to cut all, because that's what relationships are hard. You know that?
I agree.
Relationships are messy. And people
media makes it more difficult. Social media makes it more difficult.
When you didn't have social media, you had to talk.
Yeah.
And all your business out there. right? So that's why personally, I don't really like social media because people are always going to be jealous. People are always going to have an issue with something that you post, even though it's not dealing with them. You know, it's like it fall in your garden.
Yes, it did.
Social
If
media
it
is
can't
this.
fit, wear it. Yep.
Yeah, social media is a mess. You put up a picture, somebody in the picture is somebody else's friend. Hey, listen, I'm a photographer.
Yeah.
Listen, take down a picture. Take it down, no. All right,
Yeah.
cool. You know, and I've had to deal with that just this month. I put up a picture. Some girl see it. It's chaos. Bacchanal. I ain't even with that, man. Not even with that.
I lost a friend over social media. I put a sign for someone else. If you're telling me to call, why aren't you answering the phone? And that person took it to a whole different level on social media. And then she told me she talked to her friend, and her friend said this, and I'm like,
Yeah, because people are sensitive.
Yeah, it was
People are way
nothing
too sensitive
related to
now.
her.
So I use it for business. I use it for work.
Okay,
I use
that's
it
where
for
I'm at
work,
right now.
and that's what I use it for.
Your Facebook is like the number one right now of marriage.
Yeah, destroy marriages.
Marriage. Facebook's number one of divorce.
You're absolutely right.
So I just saw that they had a study like what ruined the marriage the most. They didn't say social media. They said Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. Because you go on somewhere with your girlfriend or your boyfriends, right? Right, Gregory? Next thing you know, they see you whining. You even know somebody take a video or a picture, whatever, and you whining on somebody. I mean, you take a whine and you keep it moving, right?
Yes.
What? By the time you reach back home, brother, it's fire and your clothes outside.
No, but the crazy part is that white people don't know is because a lot of photographers like to do the overhead pictures.
Yeah.
When you do the overhead pictures, everybody see your pictures.
Yeah, I mean, our culture, as you would know, right? You take a wine and you keep it moving. If you looking to stay for 2-3 wine, well, yeah, you have a motive, but you take a quick wine and you go on about your business, yes?
Listen, again, it depends on the person that you're with. Communication.
Once there are emotions involved and you have feelings for a person, listen, everybody gets jealous a little bit. Everybody.
Yeah.
Especially if you care, if you give a damn. Everybody gets jealous. It's just how you deal with it, though.
See, I like jealousy. I just don't like people that like not. What's the good word it says? Not self-conscious against themselves. Like they don't love themselves, so they live their life out of you. I don't mind jealousy. I don't mind somebody looking at my woman. Just don't disrespect her because I know I have a woman.
Exactly.
But
Nothing wrong with jealousy. Nothing.
yeah,
It's just they overdo it. So.
And I should say, with that, again, communication. First of all, anyone who's with a trini or someone who loves soca, make sure that your partner understands that when you go outside, they're going to wind on a bumper, somebody might wind up on you, somebody might touch. You got to have that communication for every soca party, depending on who that person is. I've seen a lot of marriages broken down for that. My parents almost did.
There's a respect for that, too. There's respect because you also have to know the West Indian men are very like, there's some stuff like you could dance with somebody, but if you just said soca, you get lost into soca. You do stuff that you don't remember. So you also like, oh shoot, I'm married, I'm in a relationship. You gotta back up. Cause I've been to a lot of clubs. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, cuz?
That is why we have a rule.
There's a rule.
Right?
You're doing too much. Keep your hands on your
Wine.
side.
Mark, what's the rule? Mark, what's the rule again?
There is a rule. You don't even whine with a girl for a whole song, right?
Yeah.
Song start, you start to whine. By the time you see your second chorus, you're out.
And don't talk no feelings.
You don't talk no feelings. You're gone.
But 13 minutes is a long time for one dance if that's not your woman. When the camera see you.
Yeah, that wine is about 2 minutes. If so long. Because you know the DJ is cutting the music. That wine is seconds, man. That wine in long.
What about I'm gonna ask you before I move on, Mark. Are
Yeah.
you your lady decide to ask you, or I should say your guy decided because everybody's open. Sorry, that's talking out loud.
Lady.
Don't
Lady.
no
So
no
your
no don't
lady.
don't do that.
Yeah.
So you don't say that. If this is up front here, I will love that. This will open for this platform is
No,
open for
that's why I
everyone.
say to each their own, but I'll say for me, lady.
Yeah. So no, what was Gregory was saying? Don't say that here. But I have to go back to Gregory. This is an open platform for anyone for whatever sexual desires or what they're into. So Mark, your
Yes.
lady decided to come and ask you for bringing in someone new into the relationship, but not just only to bring in one time to kind of move in with you guys. Would you be okay with that, or how would you deal with that, or and how would you explain to the person where your sense where your mind is for that type of
Okay.
relationship?
First of all, one, I would listen and I would, of course, want to know why,
Mm-hmm.
right? Want to know why, because we need to have a serious conversation. What it is you're missing in the first place that you would want to do that. If it is you want to experiment or whatever the case might be,
Mm-hmm.
I could roll with that. But I also want you to know what's good for you is good for me, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have, I mean, if our relationship is that strong, because we need to have a conversation first about why you want that.
Mm-hmm.
And if why you want that is just to experiment, then why you want it permanent.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
if it is a white permanent, according to how I feel,
Mm-hmm.
if that's what you want, then I might as well bring in somebody for me too.
Fair is fair.
Because I very fair. I very fair. Very. I brutal. I very fair. But if you were ruled that way, because I'm a confident guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no problem at all. But if you could deal with it, so that's all I'm gonna say. I go listen to you, think about it, find out why. If you're honest, I go say, "Aye, if you want that and so how you feel about me, ting ting ting." And if that's how you want to roll, I'll give it some consideration. But I ain't gonna just turn you down. I need to find out why, especially if the relationship, has some time in it. Even more so if there are kids involved. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna come out and say no.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna go over to Classic Rebel. Where is Classic Rebel?
Me?
Where is?
Me?
Yeah. How are
Oh,
you?
remember me exist? I'm okay,
I was trying. You know me. I like to go around in my little orders. All right. So how are you today?
Well, I do my report to my manager them and
Okay.
relax. But me
So
like
how
the
are you?
topic.
Mm-hmm. What is your stance on that? Like, how are you to address something in your relationship that's not going good?
Funny thing I find is when me in relationship, the woman me there with, I go say no, and the woman them on the side all agree. They all agree to share. It's a weird thing. Cause I have girls who ask me to ask my main girl that like if she okay with knowing that it have a next girl,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And the one you're with most of the time not for it.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, through me now, I dig into my history and I know say this is a ancestral thing. This is a black people thing where man have several wives. It's not a Muslim thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is the history of so woman who I take serious first and foremost have to be aware of her history. She have to be culture conscious. Not care which culture she come from. She have to know her history and things. I'm not too like the don't set girls. Don't set girls could get touched but not no relationship.
What is
Um,
Downset
don't set
define?
girls.
Define a Downset.
It is as it is. Girls who not too use too much logic. I don't waste time with it. It not nothing to do with academics. It's not about like if you're bright in a school and them things. It's you want girl who understand me. Me, I come
Mm-hmm.
from a serious life. There might be a time I might have a gun and a half. You understand? That's where I live and where I go born and grow. And if you're not smart enough to move smart, so then you can't be my main girl.
Okay.
Because anything can happen. Because I was born and grow. But
Okay.
in the polygamy thing now, I always see it as something when normal. As I know, like my big brother, my two last nephew born 1 month apart. You understand? And I'm a two nephews. And then 1 month apart. That means two different women was pregnant at the same time and they know about it. So
I
in
can
my
barely hear
culture,
you.
in
I
my
hear you.
culture, it's kind of.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you for a bit. You was just blowing out. I hear you better now.
Yeah. In my culture, I tell you, say my big brother, him last 2 youth born 1 month apart. And I'm two last son.
Mm-hmm.
So that means two women pregnant at the same time. So seeing a man with several women was norm for me growing up. You know, like even my father, I don't know how much children my father have. You know, my father have families all over through the Caribbean. You know? So when me realize it's a heritage, is a historical thing, for me it's kind of personal. So I really would rather a woman who okay with it. But if she go come with the aunt, but she will have several men. That part of the way some woman like come with now, I'll be like, explain it to me and justify to me, because that was not part of the heritage. It never have no history where one woman have several husbands. It's not the heritage. And the thing. So
Okay.
for me, it's
Classic,
more,
you're
it's more
lost
about,
I just know,
it is more
classic,
of,
classic.
Classic.
When you
Yeah.
turn towards the camera, we are hearing you. So some with your earpiece on by your left ear, when you turn and you squeeze your left ear against the bed head, we are hearing you good.
oh, but you're not supposed to hear through that.
I understand, but I notice every time you turn your head left, we are hearing you.
Prop up your pillow behind your back.
Right. I am a good now.
Yes.
Yeah. Better, thank you. So you're saying to me, based on history, that's what you stand for. But if your woman now come and say this one woman you actually love and she's with you, and she's saying she want another man, are you down for that?
It depends on my age at the time. I mean, if me in my 50s, I might be okay with it.
Okay.
In my 30s and 40s, hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That would be more like, I could understand, like, if she feel like I don't have that time or I don't have that vibe no more.
Okay.
You know, if you give a reason and it makes sense, because at the end of the day, it don't really matter if children involved. You know, even if we finish, I'll still be there supporting she and the children, you know.
Okay. Respect.
I believe the family, the purpose of polygamy in the first place was so that the woman or the family unit stronger with more mother figure for the child, not really more father figure for the child. You really want that nurturing and caring for the child as a child. When the child reach a certain age, if he's a male, he go around the father to learn man things. Woman have to stay around the woman and learn woman things. That's an ancient tradition, but in a practice no more. So if me get a woman who aware of that, or when them say woke, as she says, some of them claim they are, you really have to know your history if you talk to me when it comes to the black heritage. You know? We have got to time after Seti and time after Mary, long before even Africa was a word. So you have to have them kind of history in your head when you talk about that. That's why I don't really, I like the spiritual woman there, but all of them is all fake. They get jealous. I tried it. I must say I tried it. I had several women at the same time. It best when they don't know. I realize that. You know, so any man I think for do it, best when they don't know. When them know, some of them will pretend them cool with it, and it's all kind of thing, but you don't call them 2 times for the week. You call it that one them more. That one day I get the loving more, all kind of thing. Yeah.
But if you remember, that was the same thing with David. But I'm gonna talk about a different type.
And that's a different topic again.
That's why I said, but that's a topic.
And it's
Because
going right back where mine is, but I ain't saying nothing, I'm just laughing.
No, again, it's a different topic, right? But the last thing, anyway, I will ask you behind the scene. I'll move along from that part. I don't know the person who's Porsche. Are you? I don't know. Suppose they're still there, just listening. If they don't want to talk. Hi, Porsche. Are you able to talk right now? Okay, I'm gonna go to you guys can start talking open right now because I said that because I asked everybody the questions already and some left. Only one person who has not responded yet, so I'm not sure how they're thinking. They're just listening in.
So you don't want to talk to Anton today, eh?
No,
But that may I say that?
I realize that
I was gonna
that
load up
level of
PC to her.
disrespect.
I just look forward to hearing what Anton had to say.
Because in the beginning of the show, I spoke to Jimmy and Anton first. We all spoke together first, and then Anton come back to him. So that's why. That is why I said. That's why I said everyone could talk openly now because I went to each and every one already, right? Okay, so that person is now gone. Was there? They was responding. I don't know who it was.
Sexy Shelly.
No, it wasn't Sexy Shelly. Okay,
No,
she came back.
Sexy Shelly.
Okay, I know. I didn't realize she was still here. Pardon me?
Could I get in my talking before I get,
Hold on, let me. Hold on, Anton. So I can hear you properly. Hold on. TT was talking whilst you were talking. Okay, continue, Anton. What were you saying?
Right. So the conversation was going in every different direction. And okay, so what are we talking about here? First, let me say hello to everyone. Judy, I see Tamara is gone. All right. And you look lovely. Kandy, I didn't even notice that it was you. I thought it was your daughter or something.
Yeah, I just want to say you playing with me, but thank you. Because you were playing with me.
Let's move. Hey, Gregory. How you doing, buddy? Greg, good, nice. I don't know what that finger thing means. Anyway, so the basis of the relationship with you and anybody is communication, and there are lots of variables. So before you get to exchanging ideas or talking about different things, sex, or telling them about whatever you have a problem with, I call it the 3 C's. The chemistry, compatibility, and then there is commitment.
Yeah.
So, and the way in which you have to attach each one of these is through something they call communication. Now, Mark said something pertaining to, writing. Well, texting is a part of writing. There's not a bad thing in texting, because if that's the only way you could communicate.
Anton, can I body for a bit? You were saying the writing is more clearer and more detailed because of the texting is not, there's always a different argument there, right?
I heard what he said, but what I'm trying to say is everything you have to use, whether it's texting, it's the way you treat the person. Respect has to be the basis of all of that, and you could communicate without texting or talking, just by the way in which you approach a person, you smile, or you touch them, or if you're rough, of course, nobody is gonna like that. So communicating is, you have to use everything at your fingertips to communicate with a person. What the differences would be is when you get to chemistry. If you have to understand what chemistry is, I won't be long. Chemistry with you and a person, everybody has their own difference. Everybody has their own aura, which is your outer self, which is part of your inner self, is your aura and your chemistry. The way in which you act, or like if you're clumsy with a person and you meet somebody else and everything is moving smoothly, with the person, you're not bumbling, and you're not touching the person in the wrong way. So chemistry, compatibility. If you're not compatible with a person, two lions, two tigers, you could do everything as who said something, Sniper said, but you may not be compatible with that person. Sometimes you have to get to the understanding, like you're living with a person, you're married with them, and everything you do, everything is good. You're a good person, she's a good woman, she's black, green, whatever she is, and you're not compatible. Compatibility with that person means that if sometimes compatibility means going in the same direction. And if your dreams, aspirations are the same thing. So your job is to figure out your chemistry with yourself first. And if you reach the age of understanding, whatever that age would be for you, 33, you reach the age of understanding and you know how to discern between the differences with chemistry and compatibility and commitment. You have to use each and everything in your experience to communicate with the person, but you have to choose them first. And how you choose a person, everybody will tell you. If you want to get an orange, you have to know how to produce it. You have to become the orange. So I want to be with Kandy, and I have to understand, you know what? Let me find out about her so that I will know what to do, and if I'm compatible, if I'm able to give her the things that she needs for her to feel comfortable with me. And then you come to commitment. You have to be committed to yourself first. Before you go and try and ask for things from another person. So you have to be committed to self. So I can do this. Whatever I want, I am going to, from a person, I must be able to give that to that person. I must become who I want. I must become like the loving woman that I want in my life. A lot of men don't understand what that means. You have to love yourself in the way in which you want to love that woman. You want that woman to love you. And if you don't do all those things, and that is where the commitment comes in. And all of that would be done through communication. And who you communicate first with, you have to learn to communicate with self. So you communicate, you're learning your ABCs 1, 2, 3. You're trying to be able to say, okay, Anton, I went out yesterday and I went up to these ladies and I said this and that. And I sung it off after. Did that sound good? Oh my God, that was so cheesy. Why did I say that? So then you go over and you say, just be pleasant, right? Just be pleasant and, don't try and sell yourself before. Just get to know the person, shake hands, meet other people, and move around and circle around, and people would come to you. That's it. So that's my two cents for the night. You all can cut me off now.
Okay, thank you, Anton. I put a note for you guys in the chat. Did everybody see it yet?
Yes, we did.
All right, then. So I'm gonna do it now. Hold on. So, guys, just saying good night and tuning off.
I like Judy.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Kandy. Join me on Kandy's Convos and Confession talk show every Wednesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Zoom and on YouTube. Follow me at Kandy Forever 40 on Instagram, KANDY 4 EVA 40, and on Facebook, Kandy Henry, KANDY Henry HENRY, for the link on Zoom. Okay. Good night, guys.